Linda? It was,
Yeah.
you have a flag or can imagine a flag? We'll stand for the flag salute. If you can stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Tonight is a work study, and so we're going to have two people who are going to present, and looking forward to hearing from both of them. And Sally, we'll start with you with teaching and learning and technology presentation. And before you do that, kind of introduce yourself a little bit and let us know a little more about you. You're muted.
Hi, I have a PowerPoint to share. I'm Sally Keeley, the new Director of Teaching and Learning. It's great to be here tonight. I'm joining the Eatonville School District. I think I'm in my 9th or 10th week, coming from Bethel School District, and I'm excited to be here. It's been really a positive experience in the first 9 weeks. Great working with Superintendent Neal, the principals, even connecting with teachers. Earlier in August, whenever they were back in for some professional development, and the central office staff too. So, I'm here tonight to talk about teaching and learning, the teaching and learning department, and some of the where we're at and some of the direction we'll be going. And I'm going to share a presentation right now, if that works okay with you, Paulette.
Sure.
So can everyone see that?
Yes.
And hear me? Because I can't see you now. So
I
I
can
just,
see this and hear you.
oh, okay. So it is great to be here to talk about teaching and learning. As I get my feet on the ground, I'm opening the presentation with ready, set, right? And we'll be going here shortly as we get up and running. So the teaching and learning department has a list of responsibilities, including curriculum and professional development, a focus on assessments for instruction, working with principals and principal leadership PLC, the design of department leadership team or in an advisory capacity, the highly capable program, Native American program, transitional kindergarten exploration, and instructional technology and library media, as well as IT, which is really coordinated by Travis Rush and his great work. And I just want to say, as I jump in to some of the work here, that really need to give a shout out to those people who kept teaching and learning running in Diane's absence. And Superintendent Neal and Travis Rush did a lot of that leadership and the work behind the scenes to keep some of the initiatives going around UDL and other things. So our department vision and goals is that we really want to focus in on these 5 things: academic success, right, with every student achieving and growing and being challenged, no matter where they're at. Well-being, where students have a sense of belonging to succeed. That includes, supporting them with social emotional learning and the other resources they might need. Community engagement. We know that strong communities equal strong schools, and in the reverse, if we have strong schools, we have equal strong communities. So that partnership is really key.
Sally, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I cannot see your slideshow. I can only see. Is anybody else having the same problem?
Thank you, Rhonda. I was just going to tell you, Sally, we can see your drive and just the top slide, but we cannot see any movement throughout the presentation.
Okay, well, let's see.
And I can ensure that it did work earlier. Sally had practiced and tried, so we ran through, and I know that it worked earlier.
Department is around academic success, well-being of students. And I don't know how much you heard already, so I'm trying not to be repetitive.
Ever.
Community engagement. Sorry, what?
So go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Community engagement, excellent staff, the success of all of our employees so that they can support our students is important, and effective use of resources to strategically plan the success for students. And you will see these 5 things will be showing up in other slides for each area that was listed under responsibilities, so you can see the connection to those goals. So under curriculum planning is a big one this year. I know we shared that we need a social studies adoption, so we'll be pulling together committees to look at adoption for grades 4 through 12. We're going to do some curriculum audit and observations with principals just to look at what we are currently using. And reflecting on how that's going and getting some feedback from teachers on that as well. We want to update the teaching and learning website to list the current core curriculum for our families and community and staff. And then we're going to determine the criteria around the curriculum adoption and rotation schedule. So we know we're reviewing this. I'm reviewing the state OSBI website for curriculum adoption and the past work that you've done in the adoption process as well. We also want to focus on updating instructional materials list. So it represents our current materials, including core curriculum as well as intervention materials. And then part of the UDL list that was started last year, we're going to follow through with that, continuing that UDL work with the team and looking at curriculum resource mapping for intervention and building our MTSS teams in buildings. And we hope to do that through creating a leadership team that includes teachers as well as admin to do some deeper dive into this work. Next slide, Travis. Sorry, Tyler. So professional development is a big focus. In order to have excellent teaching staff, we always need to be current on instructional skills and practices, always working to grow our practices, especially when we have a range of educators in the district from brand new to highly experienced. We also have a lot of educational leaders, teacher leaders in the district that I'd like to really tap into as well for some of this work and helping lead some of our PD as we progress. So we did a staff survey and a request for PD, and we got quite a big response from our teachers who, especially at the elementary level, who would like to have PD, current PD this coming year, professional development, on some of the core curricula. And we have some of that lined up to begin when we're back in class. And then the UDL, MTSS leadership, we're going to do a little relaunch with the studio teachers and start with a self-assessment and then begin that work going forward on the implementation. Last year, they focused in on learning UDL practices and what that meant. And so hopefully this year we will launch into how that looks in classrooms and go deeper with that. And we're hoping to bring on some pyramid model training for our early learning educators, pre-K and K, in partnership with the Special Services, Support Services Department. Next slide, please. Instruction and assessment. Panorama was launched last year, and we're going to continue to develop our data within that system, which will hold our SEL, parent surveys, also our academic data in one vessel so that principals can use that to guide their conversations with staff, as well as giving us a district view, building view, and individual student view around how we're doing. And that is our reflection tool with the progress we make within classrooms and the growth of students. And then, of course, we really want to take some time. I want to take some time doing observations with principals in classrooms, just looking at all the great instructional practices that are happening in Eatonville, and also where we might need to provide additional PD where we see need or gaps. Next slide. Are you there? Highly
Yep.
capable.
Yep, we got
There
it.
we go. You guys are frozen, so I just want you to know that in my camera here. Highly capable program. I'm excited to work with our highly capable teacher. I've got to spend a little time on Zoom and talking to her, and excited to see her working in the classroom coming up. As we look at expanding that program going forward, we're going to be taking a look at how we identify students and the systems we use to qualify and make students eligible, including as it relates to the compliance document for the state, evaluating who is in program and taking a look at, are we really meeting the needs of maybe and have representation from our Hispanic population, which is 9% of the student population in Eatonville, as well as our low-income population. Are they represented in those programs and have those opportunities? We hope to expand that and work. I'm excited to work with the highly capable teacher and others on looking at how we might increase the number of students in program going forward. And then we have a focus on our highly capable student plans, because when students are in highly capable programs, they also are not just getting the 1 day of service, but we also want our teachers, classroom teachers, to have that plan so they can also provide some of that advanced work, challenging work in the classroom when they're in their regular classrooms. Next slide, please. I got to spend an hour and a half yesterday with Dorothy Apple, the Native American coordinator, and she is going to provide some guidance and some support as we look at social studies around the STI curriculum, which is the Native American curriculum, and how we might integrate that with the social studies adoption. We hope to work with the coordinator on some possible community events and having our Native American program be highlighted in some of those, as well as looking at possible speakers or storytellers for school assemblies that we are familiar with that could also highlight Native American culture, especially during Native American Month in November. Next slide, please. So transitional kindergarten is something that we're exploring. We'd like to explore this and see what the needs are in Eatonville School District. And transitional kindergarten is basically you get 2 years of kindergarten. These children are counted as kindergarten. They generate funding as kindergartners, but they are 4-year-olds going into kindergarten the following school year. So we will be looking at assessing the needs. I have done some of that work already, looking at daycare saturation studies for the Eatonville School District, and currently in relationship to the 2020 and 21 school year saturation studies, Eatonville has 441 students, the ages birth to 5, and of those 441 students, only 90 of them are included in opportunities in preschool or daycare. And then in the preschool age group, we are currently serving only 63 in daycares or preschools in the community or in the district out of 190 students ages 3 to 5. So creating more opportunities for our younger students will help them be more successful as older students going forward. So we'll be exploring that and assessing the need and looking at if this is something we want to bring forward next school year for our community. And this work includes creating a community collaboration team with other people like daycares. It could be agencies that support young children. It could be our ECAP partners, and just really creating a system of supports for early learners in our school district and in our community. Next slide. Maybe this is the last slide, right, Tyler?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So that concludes my sharing. Do you have any questions or any other information you would like? You can see within the PowerPoint, these are the many things we're going to focus on, with a few big lifts and some smaller things as we move forward this school year.
Anybody have any questions for Sally?
I don't have any questions other than to just mention that we're so grateful that you're part of our team. I really look forward to watching the great work that's happening and volunteering my time at my services at any time that I can be helpful in any way, shape, or form. Really grateful to have you here, and welcome. This Eatonville is your home, but welcome to Eatonville School District. I'm very grateful.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful, warm welcome, and love to have you in that partnership, Rhonda, and anyone else.
I echo what Rhonda said, and thank you, Sally. We're really grateful and appreciative of you coming, and looking forward to what's going to happen this year. It excited me just seeing the program.
Well, thank you.
Okay, anybody else? If not, then we'll move on to our next presentation. And that is Brandon Jumper giving us an update on maintenance and facilities operations.
Hi, thank you. Brandon Jumper, I'm manager of the maintenance and facilities. I think this is my 9th week. One of the first things that, happened was the heat exchanger with the pool. We've been able to get the pool up and running. It's really been running real smooth. Haven't had any complaints yet anyway. The heat exchanger is still on its way, but hopefully that's going to be here real soon. We've been able to do some work on a lot of the outbuildings out around the football field up at the high school, getting paint on those. Some have been painted, some are in the process of being painted. We were able to fix the stadium lights last week. Gym floors have been finished, look really good. The custodians have done a great job in getting it cleaned up and ready for the kids, and the high school looks pretty good. Warehouser, we one of the first week I was here, we had a water line break, and actually we had some help with Brad Moore, and we got that fixed, and all the cottonwoods that are around the perimeter of the property. I'm guessing probably close to 100 trees. A gentleman came out and took those down, finished that up. He came out before school started. He was hoping to get it done, and he was able to do it. So it looks really good out there. We didn't do this, but the Wildcat Woods, Ken Ames with the volunteer work from the community, he came out and he built that bridge and he got it set, and another thing that is just, it's been having to get done, and he stepped up and helped us out there. One of the big things I'm pretty happy about is CC. We were able to get the exterior of the school finished painted. Looks really good. MCAT painting did that. We got the ramp built up to the preschool portable, and that was Danny Painter and Roger Elliff. They stepped up and helped me. Finishing up the siding on the band and library portable up there. That's going to look great. That side was in pretty rough shape. And then Eatonville L, I think between Eatonville Elementary and the middle school, just been picking up on some HVAC units that have been up on the roof. They're in the process of they've either been fixed or they're in the process of being fixed. The custodial staff, they've done a great job. I think all the schools look really good. And then the grounds and the maintenance, they've been going every day. They've been working hard. I've been able to hire a maintenance and a grounds person, Malcolm McCraven and Mike Matuzik, and they've just stepped in and they've done a great job. So kind of, that was something that kind of happened around the 1st of August. So that's been a big help. It's being new here, meeting everybody. I've had a ton of support from Gary, Krista, the whole district office, the principals. I've had a lot of support and help, and a lot of some of the local contractors that have stepped up and kind of helped get things going at the last minute. And it's just there's been a lot of support, and it really feels good. So I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That's really about it. I didn't. A lot of things that we're still trying to tackle, but we'll get them as they come.
All right. Any questions or comments for Brandon?
I don't have any questions other than just high praise for the great work that you've done in your short 9 weeks. And also, you probably know this because we went to school together, but our community, they drive by those schools every day and they take a lot of pride in our schools. So we are so grateful to have you on our team to keep them looking top notch and in good order. So thank you for joining our team. We're really grateful to have you. Thank you.
I tell you what, though, it really, the people that are, part of the custodial and the grounds and the maintenance staff, I got a really good team here, and it makes it really easy, at least for me. So a lot goes to those people.
Well, we just want to say we appreciate you, and it looks like you're getting around all the buildings and you're seeing what the needs are and addressing them, tackling them one at a time, and getting a lot. I mean, this list is pretty lengthy for such a short period of time, and we're excited to see what's been going on and what you're going to be doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much. So, any other comments or anything for Brandon? If not, then move on to board comments. And are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. Superintendent Neal is going to make a comment first. He wasn't on the agenda, but he's part of board comments.
Well, as you can see, we're very excited to have Sally and Brandon and just the initiative that they have and their expertise, and they just fit right in. They're very likable people, and we're just really happy that they're with us here, and cannot wait to see all the things that they're going to move us into the next school year. So we're very excited to have them and very proud of them. As you know, we just reached a tentative agreement about an hour ago. And so I just wanted to thank the board for all of your support and guidance through this. I know we met on a daily basis, sometimes more than a daily basis, to talk about the bargaining. So I am very grateful for all the work and good thinking that you put in there. And our team wanted to make sure to thank you as well. So that helped us. I think I'm just going to stop right there.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other board comments?
Yeah, I wanted to make a statement real quick as well. I'm so glad we were able to reach an agreement or a tentative agreement. But I did want to say that this has been a trying time for all of us. And as a board, I want to say that, we've had to balance a lot. We're charged with providing a quality education for our students, but we're also charged with being fiscally responsible with taxpayer dollars. We understand that there's been a lot of hardships that have been created during the bargaining, and this board does still have the utmost confidence in Gary Neal and his ability to lead our district, and we will continue to support him during these tough times. Our board and Mr. Neal are united and fully committed to doing what is right for all students and all of our staff. I've been thinking about this a lot, and this has been a tough time for everybody. But thank you, Gary, for all you've done.
You're welcome, Pat. Thank you.
And I think that he, that statement comes from all of us, because we as a board, I think this is one of the most united boards that I've worked with in a very, very long time, if ever. So I'm grateful for each one of you. Any other board comment?
I want to express gratitude to everyone who sat at the bargaining table on both sides. I'm grateful that we can have our kids back at school. Look forward to it. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that time. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to unite as a community and to really focus on kids and keep doing amazing things that Eatonville schools have been known for. So thank you to everyone, and I'm sorry that we've had to go through this time, but I'm grateful that we were able to come to an agreement.
Anyone else? Okay, and I just have a brief statement just to make just about the process itself, just to let all of you and those of you who are listening in know that the board chair and the superintendent were at each bargaining session. We were there 10 days in a row, and we hung in there for every bit of it. And I think it was good for us to be there and be a part of that. And the rest of the board was updated. All of you were updated on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, as to what was going on. And I really appreciated your ability to get on right away and to show that unity that we have as a board, and to be able to, make some suggestions and ideas and keep things moving. And that was very grateful. And we also, as a board, I'm speaking for all of us, we want to let the bargaining team know how much they were appreciated. Both sides, just like Rhonda said, it was hard work. It was very, very hard work. And to get that done tonight, I can't tell you how excited I am about that. And not that I haven't enjoyed time with the people here, but it'll be nice to try to get some normalcy to my life again. But anyway, thank each one of you. I'm so grateful for you. I really am. Each one of my board members, I'm so grateful for them. Yeah. So, and that's all I have. If there is no other business, then we will adjourn this meeting. So thank you all.